let us all populate too. Ha. Hello and welcome to Plus One to Gaming. I'm Chris.
And I'm Eric.
I'm Billy.
And I'm Mark.
And we are jumping into session 4 of Greystock's Notes, part of our long-term ongoing campaign in the world of AO. So Bill, do you want to give us a recap of our last adventure and take us back into the game?
Sure. When we lost our adventures, they were exploring Greystock's manor. They found a side entrance into the manor and were able to get in without much issue at all. The manor, as they've seen it so far, they've explored much of the servants' area, the kitchen, the dining room. They went north and explored some offices, including Greystock's office, where they unfortunately found the deceased Greystock himself. And on Greystock's person was a note saying that the key to his laboratory was under the watchful eye of, I forget, let me see.
Bailey the bear.
Of Bailey, which is they thought was a bear. Turns out it's not the bear. I'll tell you it's not the bear.
Not the bear.
Under the watchful eye of Bailey. So that is where we found our adventures. They are still on the first floor. There's still some of the first floor that they have not explored. Unfortunately, when I switched over some of the icons, all of their search history on Roll20 had disappeared. But luckily, all the doors that they unlocked are still unlocked. So if you walk by a door that is not there, that means you've explored that room. But that is where they find each other right now. And action.
Scene. Well, I'm not entirely concerned this bear isn't not hiding a secret.
I forgot how to do my voice.
Gravelly.
It's gravelly. It might take a bit to get back in it. Yeah.
What was it you were examining by the door earlier, Fuzzy Claws? Hadn't you seen something?
Oh, do you mean on the outside?
Yes. You said there was some kind of magic protecting the door. Is it possible that what you saw was an eye of some sort?
Oh, yes, up above, yes. A simple magical scrying.
Why don't you roll a perception right now, everybody?
Uh-oh.
Tell me of this scry. What do you mean?
Yes, well, imagine if you had, let's say, a magical eyeball somewhere. You could use that to see what's happening, even if you aren't there. Do you understand?
I do.
So if, say, some ne'er-do-weller would come in, you could be aware of their presence.
So whoever owns this man is watching us, perhaps?
Oh, no, he's dead. Remember?
He is very much dead. But you do see a very similar crystal in this room hanging above the door, looking out towards the foyer, the common area, what do I call it? The entrance foyer, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, see, I would be surprised if you found these all over this manors.
Yes, but I'm wondering if that's... we're looking for something under a watchful eye. Is that not the case here with this scrying stone?
Certainly possible.
Just don't know if this is literal or more metaphoric.
Yeah, I was thinking it's a little bit more literal. I think Bailey might be a person that has this key, but I mean, I could be wrong too.
Yes, well, I've not heard of many names Bailey yet. We know of Gertie the cook. We know of Albert the butler, Remy the stable boy, and Durgan, who we've met. He's the ghost.
Yeah, none of them I would give keys.
It doesn't appear any people have been here in a long time, so if Bailey has this key, then what if they're not here?
Well, then that's the end of Greystock's Notes.
Yeah, we just go back and say, sorry, we didn't find him.
I'm not sure if our employers would be so kind.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
Well, they can come and look for those notes themselves then.
Yeah, they can talk to ghosts and bears and stuff.
Yes, well, in the meantime, shall we look for this Bailey?
Is there... I don't know where else we would look.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of the house left.
There's a whole bunch of the house you haven't looked, including rooms in this floor that you haven't looked. Quite a few.
There's a bunch
upstairs, and you saw that dark staircase going down in the kitchen.
Lead on then.
I'm ready to quit this adventure life so soon.
These guys, I gotta go to an art class or something. Get me out of here.
No, I'm trying to roleplay. His idea was that it was the bear. That didn't work out. So now he's asking, does anyone else have an idea?
Idea 1 is done. Let's call it. I gotta go to a class. My wife's at the door.
Let's look around this bottom half first.
I forget. Did we go into this room with the cat? Where is this thing with the fountain? Yeah. We were in here, right?
Yes, you were.
It didn't come to life or nothing.
No, it was just a fountain that is still running. It's a courtyard. It's a nice place to have. It's connected to the ballroom, so you can see.
Yeah, it looks nice. I don't remember being in there. Let's go up here with this cat.
Yes, what about this door? We've not been up here, have we?
Up here on the left.
I also can't read because I can't see anything.
Oh, you had a
So the
torch,
goblin
right?
and the cat go off into the dark, get yourselves killed.
Well, you just wait by the door.
Sorry, you had a torch that was 20 and 20, right?
20 and 20.
They all have dark vision. You do not. I thought there was a lot of light in here. Apparently not.
Back in business.
I don't remember. What do we do with this dead body? This is going to be a lot of recap. It's been a while.
Before. He was charred and burned and clawed.
Oh yeah, his arm's cut off. I remember that. This door on behind us.
Yeah,
Did we go in
magic
here?
circle. There was a room.
Teleportation.
Yep.
Magic circle, tea room.
What about this door?
Wait, did we miss these two doors here?
Nope.
Fellows?
You did.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, we didn't go in there. Open those up. A bathroom.
Oh yes, this is more. So we decided to not search the servant quarters. So
Servant quarters are down south.
Inside
This
each of
is
those
the
rooms,
nice people.
well,
So inside each of those rooms, you see a small washroom with a small stained glass window leading to the courtyard. In the one on the left, a stained glass has the image of a lynx, and the one on the right, the image is of a water nymph into the stained glass.
Cute.
a water nymph. What was the? Does anyone remember what the statue in the courtyard was? Wasn't
A
this
fawn, I believe.
Oh yes. Okay.
Oh, was that the one up front?
There was a fountain.
That was the one out back. I don't recall we examined the one out front.
This is rink-a-dink ass
How you doing,
operation
Goblin?
we got going on. I want to look at this thing up front.
Okay.
Can I open these doors from the inside? What's happening?
Follow you.
Yeah, you can. They're just dead. They're dead bolted.
I undo it and open it.
Okay, you want to? Let's switch you back out to the outside.
Oh, well, that's fine. We don't need to change maps.
We just
No, it is
I can
not. It's
look.
just it's decorative. I will tell you right now.
Yeah,
Save
I
some
want to
time.
look at it.
It's
Just wanna look out the
decorative.
door.
It is just a dancing fawn, like a fawn, as in like a
A baby deer?
a female satyr type.
Oh.
Well, that changes everything.
Yeah,
Changes everything, Billy.
Is that out front or out back?
That's out
that's the one
front.
out front. It's like a fawn in a leaping pose,
Okay.
which is, I believe.
Aren't young fawns known as Baileys?
Are they?
I think in EO they are.
That expression.
I believe I read that in the atlas. Hold on, let me.
Roll an intelligence check.
Fuck.
No, I'm kidding. No, fawns are not Baileys.
It's worth a try.
You saw there was another door up there that you did not try to open. You were right
We're
next to it.
getting at it. I have to
Okay,
check.
I'm
What is
sorry.
this? What is this one? Is this a fawn?
Back.
No, that's just a fountain. There's no
Is
statue
no
on it.
thing on it? Okay.
Could have sworn.
We need to play every week. I forget everything.
Yeah, I will tell you.
I think you can go back onto Twitch and listen to
Oh,
the.
there's a.
I do sometimes to get my
Yeah,
voice
we
back.
should record these and keep them for
Yeah.
posterity.
Right.
We would.
I don't
Seems
listen
like a
to the
good
whole
idea.
thing, but I do listen to the parts where I talk, so I remember how I do his voice.
That sounded so vain.
It's practical. Otherwise, I'll sound like 10 different people. Open this door, please.
Oh, have you found another? Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Change your
The door
thumbs to do
open.
this.
It's coming this way.
So as you enter the double doors, you immediately notice the shape of a flying creature diving right at you. Roll an intelligence save.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
So Zizal, you're the only one who failed.
Yeah.
With a 7. Everybody, Umran got an 18. Wizard Claw's got a 12. It's just you are immediately terrified. You run away for. You just run away for like 10 seconds because you don't know
10
what's
seconds
happening.
is so long.
Oh, God.
It's two rounds, so you run like 30. After the initial shock, you now notice that it is not moving and is actually hanging from the ceiling using thin wires.
Everybody, there's a thing. Get out of here. Run.
Calm down, Gob.
Man.
On plinths around the room, you see other creatures not of this plane.
What's a plinth?
Plinth?
Plinth.
It is just a plinth is a raised dais.
Never
It's
heard
just
that
like
word.
the base of where statues are.
What's the
Statues are-
dice?
the base of a
What's
statue.
a tie? Like a
He
okay.
failed his intelligence save, so you got a low hand.
I've never heard that word before.
On plinths around the room, you see other creatures not from this plane. You see a stark white wolf with green eyes, a
Neat.
mechanical creature, a small worm glowing with inner fire, and a flying
Ooh.
devilish creature permanently perched on a tree.
Maybe if you eat that worm, you'll start to glow and can see in the dark yourself.
No, I want to take that and sleep with it in my bed because it will keep me company.
Ooh, cozy.
Yeah.
There's a leather couch on the north wall, but you don't recognize that type of leather. It doesn't
Uh-oh.
look like normal cow leather. It seems like it was made from some type of exotic creature.
What are these things? Can I do a roll to like examine the
Of
animals?
course. Yeah, give me a nature or an arcane check. Anybody can do it.
I want to do it.
Oh.
Okay, so Amran got a 3.
Where's nature? I always forget this shit's in alphabetical order before I like.
It is.
Is this
I
a
go
good
up and down,
opportunity?
up and down, and up and down.
Zizal got a 4 for nature.
Yeah, I don't know what these things are, guys.
Lord Wizard's Claw's got a 21 for Arcana. All
How?
right. So, Lord Wizard Claws, you know that the hanging creature is from the shade. It is known as a shadow drake.
Mm.
The stark white wolf is a
Someone
wolf.
take notes.
From the frost, which is the overfrozen plane. The mechanical creature is from the strike, which is the lightning. And the small glowing worm with inner fire is obviously from the flame, which is the plane of fire. So each of these it looks like a trophy room for creatures that he has either encountered or defeated while going to other planes. And he, you know that normally when you defeat a creature from another plane, it goes back to its home plane after death. You can probably tell that he's had to do some magic to keep these creatures stable after death.
Is whatever kind of preservation or what you might call it, does that ruin it in any way? Is it possible, since these are new animalia, can I harvest anything from them?
Weird.
Or because they're like stuffed trophies,
you
they're like
kind of
dead
like
and
they've been
preserved.
stuffed and formaldehyde. There's really nothing, they're probably full of
Sand.
and straw and stuff. Yeah, they're not really
Magical
Such a
preservatives are no joke, Umran. You
Yes.
don't want to contact them.
Yes, it's such a
Yeah,
shame
you'll get a rash.
Mm-hmm.
to waste such magnificent beasts.
Yeah.
What are on the bookshelves?
the bookshelves have it's more of like a variety of hunt and adventure type books. This is like a hunt room that he would bring visitors to, kind of to show off his accolades of planar travel. It is not a research anything. It doesn't have any books that would give any new information to you. It is more like pop.
Pop figurines?
No, I'm trying to think of what they call pulp. Not pop,
Okay.
pulp. Like pulp novellas and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Think like the 1920s. Like when people would take like adventures to Africa and you'd hear like, oh, these crazy creatures and these savages, type of thing.
Mark Twain, thanks for joining our
Yeah.
He's back.
He's back.
Any trophies, trinkets, anything made of valuable materials?
Yeah, we robbing this guy now. I'm done with this.
No, you don't see anything here that's of value except for the actual like
Keeping a casual eye out.
the trophies would be valuable to a collector because they are very stable and very rare.
Very-
but I mean,
Very
you'd have to
cool.
come back and
Very cool.
you'd have to come back and harvest them somehow and move them and
Yeah,
Scoop
but
these things out.
not like a platinum biggest mine caught during the
no,
Okay.
like the
Fishing
the
trophy.
money
Melt that
money
shit
creature.
That's fine.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
room makes me sad. These poor creatures relegated as trophies.
Yeah, it's a little morbid in here.
Is there anything else in this room that feels maybe off before we leave? Can I just do
Not
a
in this
perception
room.
check?
No,
Okay.
yeah, you can do a
Nope.
perception check, but you can just
But he
tell
already
that
told you the answer.
I mean, besides the talking cat, the goblin, and the gold.
yeah, I'm just for this room.
Yeah.
I mean, you explored it enough and looked it around, and I'm going to say that like you spent enough time to do a good perception on it.
Yeah.
And you don't really see anything out of the ordinary. It just looks like a room that he would have. Like he doesn't spend a lot of time in this room. This is more for him showing off. It's a trophy room.
He doesn't like it. He's out of here.
Yeah, he doesn't really care about this. This is not his cup of tea. He doesn't really care about the cool monsters, but it's something he can show off when throwing parties.
Yes, I could find half a dozen better uses of this room.
Rich people got lots of rooms. They got to figure out what to do with them. It's just having a blank, empty room. You're like, I don't know. I couldn't think of it. Like, that's embarrassing. So they just put crazy stuff in each one.
We just throw silly things in here. How strange.
This is my room for this kind of dumb thing I do.
Humans.
All the doors open on this place.
Yes, in this hallway, all the doors are open. I will tell you right now, just to remind you, you have 2 doors unopened in the ballroom, and then in the servants' quarters, there's a whole hallway that have a bunch of doors that are unopened.
Okay. All right, guys. You want to finish this floor or go upstairs? First, what do you want to do?
Well, I prefer circuitous routes. So
What is
let's
that?
go any which way.
Omarin, please
I
use
feel like
words
this-
that I understand.
I don't feel like there's much to be found in the servant quarters as there might be upstairs, but we can always be
Yeah.
thorough if you'd
We're
like.
also right by the stairs, so I don't know if that's circuitous.
Keep in mind that we missed some rooms, I guess. Just not forget.
Yeah, I'll ask, and the voice in my head will tell me again.
There's a giantly steep staircase here. I think
It's
this is the
so
way up.
steep. Look how big those stairs are at the top.
Cat. Where's that
It-
blasted cat?
Where did that guy go? I see it's pinging.
Can I?
Oh, I'm just exploring.
I
Oh,
whistle.
you are.
I have to roleplay whistling though because I can't
Can't
IRL.
whistle.
Keeps.
All right, so
Make
you
your-
are in the second room.
Second floor.
Second floor.
Floor.
You're in a large hallway. Yeah, so this large hallway you see wraps around. There's no doors to the hallway.
I see doors. What are you talking about?
There's no
Door,
like the
door,
hallway
door.
is if you look to the right, you see that that you have a large 10-foot hallway that encircles the whole upstairs. So if you look to the right, you see that it goes all the way down, and then looking to the left, to the west, you see that it turns. So you can only imagine that it is just a complete hallway that encircles everything. There are doors to the to each individual room, but there's not like hallway doors separating parts of the hallway.
Cool.
All right, let's get opening doors.
Good.
All right,
I'll try this one first.
open that room. You enter a storage room with various chests, boxes, and dressers.
It's a storage room.
Neat. Is this a room you think they would store a key?
I see no Baileys, whatever that is.
It's a type of drink.
I'll open just like whatever the closest thing is here. What's stored in here? Foodstuffs or
Money?
You know,
a plus
You
2
open up the-
sword?
Yeah, you open it up and you just see like spare linens. You see just it's just like more of a storage room that they would store everything they would need. So you see spare bedding, spare linens, some like traveling clothes that they would not really need all the time, things like that. Just your various household, not like a weapon storage or anything fun. You do see some. You do see a few like utility things, and there is a weapon rack that has like it's a very basic swords on it, but it's more just nothing where they would keep anything good. It's just a spare stuff.
Okay. I'll try this door. Oh, balcony.
Right. Yeah. It is.
Cozy.
You step out onto a balcony overlooking the courtyard with intricate cast iron balcony fence and railing. A pair of wicker sofas and armchairs sit facing the center of the room. This looks like it is a casual place that they could sit during their parties and kind of overlook the courtyard where people are festiving, or just a place they could hang out even if there weren't any parties. It's just a nice sunny spot.
The door across the hall.
You enter a medium-sized bedroom, simple but adequately furnished. One large bed sits against the wall, and a dresser and table with a small mirror attached are against the opposite wall.
Wait, what's the mirror attached to?
The dresser.
A
It's just
dresser?
a mirror sitting on top of the
Oh,
dresser.
okay.
Yeah, you check the dresser. The dressers are empty. This looks to be a spare bedroom that when they would have visiting people.
A lot of rooms in this house.
I'm telling you, man, they love rooms.
There's a manse.
Must have known many people who constantly needed to stay here. Looks like perhaps another storage room.
It is another storage room. You see this one kind of stores most of their kitchen supplies, sets of china, sets of fine dining ware, kind of a nice storage area out of the way. Now, this is probably not a room that Greystocks themselves go into very often. It is more for the servants.
Yeah, this little room right here is almost the size of my entire apartment.
The room to the door where Umran is, you open it up, and it's another one of those spare bedrooms. Simple but adequately furnished. You could tell that when this house was in its prime, it had its fair share of visitors, so they needed to make sure that they had enough sleeping arrangements.
But these rooms, do we see like they're just like staged for guests? They're not necessarily.
Yes.
They don't look lived in.
No, these rooms do not look lived in at all.
Now, did you find another door? Wizard claws. Okay.
Yes, over here. Can you use your opposable thumbs to open it?
No, I'll certainly try.
Oh, try and kick it. I like when you kick it.
You try, and you do not succeed. It is locked.
Ooh.
In that case, well, I guess I will kick it.
Let me stand back.
Can I
Oh, you want to kick it?
kick it open?
Sure.
Open it by force. Whatever highest amount of force I could use.
All right. So,
Quarterstaff, even.
why don't you give me
Wait,
a
Cat, is it magical?
Constitution saving throw?
No.
Everybody else stepped back.
Did I
which was
already
a
do
smart
it?
idea. You did it
Did
already.
have I done it before? Damn you, Cat.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm kicking it with a 2.
Oh, that's not good.
That's a 1, I think.
That is a 1, but I have a 1 to Constitution. Shit.
That's not good. You take 8 points of damage as a Thunderwave spell stored in the door
What?
explodes outwards.
What fresh hell is this?
Yeesh.
I get blown back. 8?
You do get blown back. Yes.
Oh, heavens.
Push 10
Oh.
feet back from you. I'm
I
going to say
wasn't
it wasn't
prepared
enough
for
force to
math
damage
this
you,
early.
but you can just click on the thing and press -8 on your health.
Yeah, you can just go ahead and do that.
Oh, I can do that
Yeah,
on...
just go to click on 33 and then type in -8.
But I paid for this.
Yeah.
But it makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I bought
the
a
30
thing.
Yeah, the big red's 33. Just do type in a -8 and it'll do the math. There you go.
I don't think I have any healing
That's
spells.
handy.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody has any healing spells, which is probably not great.
Suckers.
I do.
really starting to doubt your ability to open
Okay.
portals.
Yeah, that.
Well,
that
something tells
sucks.
me you had a feeling that was magical.
I have no
Cat.
inclination. I don't know.
Why
of what
are you
speak.
all standing back?
I didn't want like to get splinters or you like fall on me. I'm little, man. I got.
I'm even littler.
That really smarts.
I have a spell called Knock. Let me see what it does. Choose an object you can see within range. The object can be a door, a box, a chest, some other stuff. It becomes unlocked if I cast this spell.
You spent
Yo.
a life on the streets. Do you have not the ability to
All right.
pick locks?
So
Hang on, let me look.
It should probably be under your other proficiencies.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there, and it's so small because I want to also be able to see the map. Hang on.
Yes.
I don't think I gave myself that.
Why wouldn't you? You're a bard.
Decide other.
Weren't you an urchin?
Yeah, but I didn't steal. I'm trying to not be just a thief in every game.
That's fair.
Languages, weapon, armor, other. I don't see any other proficiency. I don't believe I have thieves' tools or the proficiency to use
okay.
lockpicks. I can use a flute and a lyre.
Can you sing that door open?
No, I can't sing. Listen to my voice. It's bad.
All right.
Charm its magical locks off.
I might try that. Billy's been trying to say something for a bit.
Disembodied voice, what say you?
Yes, God.
All right. So when you cast knock, you.
Hey, I didn't say I
tell-
casted it yet.
Okay. So why don't you?
I said I had the spell.
Okay.
What does it do, though?
Yeah, give me the rest of that
It'll
sentence.
unlock. I will tell you right now that you know that it will unlock one type of lock. So if this door is locked both magically and physically, it will only unlock one of them.
I tell that to them. And I don't want to waste spell slots because we're having a hard time. And I don't know how many I have.
Well, I think Umran already kicked the magic out of it.
Kick it again! And
You
then,
want to test it and see?
yeah. I think we're just going to die to this door.
Hold on. Let me see what I.
Do you remember what door? Okay, so you're looking for Bailey, right? Why?
She got a key.
She has a watchful eye, and
Yeah,
there's a
key for
key
what?
beneath it. The laboratory.
The
God.
laboratory.
All right. Just wanted to make sure you guys remember.
I didn't. So I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. I didn't even remember Bailey or the key. So piecing it together.
Maybe I'm showing my cards here. We haven't run
I mean,
into
I
too many
don't-
locked doors in this mansion.
This might be the laboratory that we need the key for. So let's keep looking instead of chipping away at our health.
It's
That's,
not my health.
well,
and
that's
time.
not a bad idea.
Well,
I'm not opposed to brute force. It's just
it.
if there's
Yeah,
an
but-
easier way, I won't say no to the strategic decision.
We gotta find the Baileys.
As we leave the store, can I just take a look at the lock and see if it looks like a...
Gonna get fucking electrocuted too.
Yeah. So you just are you going to look just with your magical kitty eyes? You can throw like a
Just looking like, does I guess not touching it, but just looking with his magical kitty eyes, just does it look like a special kind of door or anything?
Yeah, so it's very thick and sturdy door. You can tell that the lock is pretty intricate, and you know as a wizard that this is a kind of common magical lock, that it locks with both physical and arcane locks, and then the key is itself attuned, and so that when it unlocks the physical, it'll also unlock the arcane lock. But it is protected against both. It is a dual lock that you see a lot of wizards. I would assume that your patron had one of these to lock up anything value he had, because a wizard doesn't trust other wizards, and knock spell is too common for them to trust.
I am certain this is a eccentric wizard hiding secrets. We will not get into this door so easily. You could try and kick it again if you wish. I'm just
No,
moving here.
next time I think I'll have you take a look first.
So the hallway that you walk across, you see to the right is the banister that leads that overlooks the entrance foyer, and those are the two sets of stairs that you saw in the entrance foyer.
Does this look down on Bailey the bear?
It looks down on the bear.
Okay.
You're not going to get me.
Almost got.
As soon as I call it,
Almost got.
you're like, ha ha! I told you it was Bailey. Where's that damn key?
Knock that thing over.
Collaborative world building. You said it. It's
Right.
true.
So you want to go to
Are these doors? in
Yes,
the
so
corner?
there's a double set of doors to the west, and then there's two sets of doors to the south. Which ones you want to do?
West. Oh,
All right.
Oh, this one's unlocked.
Yes. You enter a room with a simple but elegant table surrounded by wooden chairs. On the wall, you see various maps of the continent with colored lines connecting the cities. There are smaller tables on the edge of the room, one with a wine glasses and decanter, and an unknown brown liquid still in it. The other has a bronze statue of a Pegasus.
Sizel, is that brown liquid the Baileys you were talking about?
I don't know. Let me smell it.
Can I look at the
Like whiskey.
Can I look at the map? Is there anything new or interesting on this map that I might not recognize?
No, it is the common map that you see for Aoa. It is just has these strings that connect the cities that you don't really know what those strings would mean. You could roll a investigation check. Probably give you a little bit more information.
17.
Yeah, with an investigation check, you are pretty confident that this is some sort of pathways. So you don't know if these are routes or these are sectors or something, but each color designates either a route or something. It looks almost like it's a shipping manifest, like these are the shipping routes.
Are there any going or coming to Harborton?
Almost all of them
Almost
are
all?
connected to Harborton. There are a few that bypass Harborton, but you know the Harbortons are one of the main commercial districts or cities. So most of them go through Harborton and then go down to the other cities within Trimblemore, and even you see a few that go to the Gorman Empire.
Do any seem to come here?
The map is not detailed enough to see if they go to actual
Okay.
the manse there. It's a general just city by city.
Why would a wizard be interested in trading ports and trading routes?
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm telling you, like, they get these rooms and they just like, well, this one's where I put dead animals and this one's where I put maps, and like sometimes it doesn't mean anything.
It does seem like someone was taking notes or tracking maybe particular types of materials, maybe reagents or something he needed to understand where they came and where they were going.
Oh yes, wizards are very particular about their reagents. Shall we continue our survey of this manse?
I guess so.
Who's doing all the Foley work? Who's creaking around?
It's a creaky mansion. They're old. They make sounds.
It is creaky.
It's rich and immersive.
Another bathroom.
Try this a washroom.
It's a similar washroom to ones you've seen. This one's a little bit more intricate and fancy, and it has a stained glass window of a sea lily.
What's that?
A sea lily is a type of. It's not a plant. It's related to, I think, a worm.
This one just got a worm on it.
They look pretty. It's like it anchors itself into the ground, and then it has like filter feeding. Like
Is it a real
branches.
thing?
Yeah, it's almost. I think it's actually related to a jellyfish. You look up, just Google sea lily.
Crinoids? How do you say that word? Crinoid? Kind of crinoids?
Crinoids. Yeah, so it's an animal, but it's not a plant. But it's very beautiful. And
Zyzel doesn't know what that is.
Yeah, it doesn't. You don't think it has any specific meaning. It's just.
You blend it into a potion and it lets you breathe in the water.
Oh, neat.
Everyone knows that. Sea lily.
Right, that's canon. All right, so you open the next door. This door leads to a cozy bedroom, well furnished and decorated. Paintings and drawings of horses line the walls. A few by professional artists, but most done by a child's hand. There's also a portrait of the Greystock family hanging on the west wall. Single canopy bed sits in the corner of the room. Chipped and worn wooden desk sits underneath a large window on the south wall. Carved wooden sign hangs nearby, engraved with the galloping horse and the name Tristle. A large wardrobe sits against the east wall. Next to the door, you see multiple shelves holding various items. A stuffed animal of a horse, a set of colored wax sticks for drawings, a bronze trophy showing a jumping horse and rider, and various small framed pictures. On one of the small pictures, you see a child's drawing of a woman, and it just says "Mom."
Wizard Claws kind of looks. Those drawings kind of bring back memories buried deep with him, and he kind of lingers and looks at them for a little while.
Yeah, give me a perception check, because they're really interesting pictures. And there's, does everybody else look at the pictures?
Yeah, I'm looking around.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of circle the room and.
Yeah, this is the first room we came to that is like
Well
decorated.
appointed.
Like somebody lives in this room. We should look hard in here. I see all sorts of stuff in this room.
Yeah, so you've seen, like, you've been in a lot of manors and a lot of manses.
I've been in a lot of little kids' rooms.
Yeah, also
No,
that.
no.
That's a tale for another day.
You see a small, simply framed picture that is completely different than the other ones. Like, it strikes out at you because you can tell that this is something that you see not in like the rich houses, but it just looks out of place. It definitely seems like it's more in like a more commoner's house. And it shows an older man with two small children, a boy and a girl, and you see that the old man bears a striking resemblance to the farrier that you met.
What was his name?
Old man farrier.
Let me double check. What did I call him?
Grimnan?
Grandin. Grandin the farrier.
This picture looks like it's got Grandin in it, but a younger, happier Grandin that we met.
Yes, this was before his children were murdered.
Yeah, I would assume these are them. These are they.
They're them.
Yeah. So in your search, you have a really good perception. So during your check around here, I would assume that you would have noticed some letters from in that desk. And I will.
Yeah, that's kind of specifically what we're looking for. Just letters.
Yeah. Do you see it?
Clues.
Read it to me, DM.
Oh, I can read it to you. I thought maybe you guys would want to, but
No, do
sure.
it in the voice of Grandin.
Oh yeah, do it in his voice.
Ollie, I can't get your brother excited about being a farrier, but I can't blame him. Now your brother was thinking about horsemanship training. You know if old Dan's looking for an apprentice? Plus, that old codger would do a bit of good to Anders for some real combat training. Maybe knock some sense into him and get his head out of the clouds. A few bruises will do him good. Let me know, please. Love, your pa.
So that's not the note that I have.
Oh,
Yes, mine is different.
That was the second one,
Sucker.
which I'm going to give you. There, you saw two notes. I told you. So that was note number 2. Note number 1 shows, Ollie, hope you're having a great time with Lord Greystock. Your ma used to tell all about the parties and the visitors. Don't forget about your old dad when some fop comes a-courting. Come back to visit any time. We do miss you. Love, your pa.
It seems as though they were close.
Well, I mean, this must be his daughter's room in this mansion. That I guess they were like warding her or something. I don't remember if she worked here.
Yes, we have found some slain bodies, but none of any little girls, and we don't know if they were taken by slavers or something else.
Oh yeah.
Still a bit of a perplexing mystery.
Perhaps there'll be more to learn in one of the other bedrooms.
Yes, Zazzle, you're the preeminent expert on children's bedrooms.
Yeah, I guess in the not creepiest way you can imagine.
I'm not sure. What you mean?
I was a
Sorry.
kid. Oh, there's more in here, apparently.
Yeah, there's one more thing that you, after you found the letters, I was going to make you roll another perception, but
I got 22.
Guys all nailed the perception. So while looking through the letters, you kind of just your fingers kind of graze over a hidden thing in the desk where she hid her journal, and you see her journal. And I just kind of put the more important entries of the journals in here, kind of getting the gist of it. I'd save you some time. So do you want to take turns reading this, or you want me to all read this as well?
Man, it's going to be really hard to read in his voice.
Okay, I'll do it. Lord Greystock is letting me stay in his daughter's old room. It is so much bigger than the servants' quarters. She's a little girl, so that's my little girl's voice.
You're doing great.
Albert doesn't get jealous. The house is creepy sometimes, but I really enjoy the people here. Lord Greystock has been nothing but a gentleman, even if he does get confused often. Dan reminds me of my father, always grumbling. Albert seems to never stop working, and I couldn't imagine scatterbrained Lord Greystock surviving without his constant reminders. Gertie seems nice, but she's always complaining and behind Greystock's back. All right, completely changing the voice. That's terrible.
She grew up. We're going over the course of time.
Yeah. I just
1 year later.
1 year later.
Yeah, cleaning up the house. Yeah, not that. Okay, cleaning up the house is not as easy as I thought. It's so big. Just keeping everything dusted is a constant job. We don't even use most of the rooms I clean.
She means admit they don't even use all of these.
I fucking knew it.
I've fallen in. So remember, this is after his wife has died.
Right.
So I've fallen in love with the indoor garden, or as Lord Greystock calls it, the arboretum. I find myself spending most of my time in there looking at the flowers. I could just stay there forever. I don't know why, but I just find myself at peace there. Lord Greystock yelled at me for 10 minutes today. I borrowed Albert's keys to go into Lady Greystock's room to clean. Oh, also to snoop. When he found me, I thought I was going to be fired for sure. Lord Greystock gave me a necklace today. He said it was to thank me for staying around after yesterday. I think it was his wife's or something. It looks similar to the one Gertie wears, but not like any other gem I've ever seen. The jewel is so small, and it doesn't seem to sparkle at all. In fact, it's so clear that sometimes it's hard to see at all. It's still the fanciest thing that I've ever worn. That day was one day after the previous one, so you can kind of tell that he overreacted the first day and then he felt bad. The trophy room still creeps me out. The thought of some of those monsters just roaming around somewhere is terrifying. I hope he never asks me to go to another plane. Maybe the glow. That'll be really pretty. Dad wants me to look into getting a spot for Anders. I guess he's not liking working with Dad. Maybe one day he can be an adventurer like he always wanted. End of entry.
Sad that we know how that path ended for him.
Yes, it's all very, very unfortunate. Children having to leave home, especially. Then finding, I can only imagine, is a pretty terrible end here. Yes, I wonder what this wizard was doing with these other planes she mentioned. Seemed to perhaps be something he did quite often if she thought eventually he'd take her along. I'm walking down the hallway just kind of pontificating and trying doors.
Yeah, so all the doors, the door to the top, and I'll just save you time. All the doors on the top all look exactly the same. You can tell that these are very small guest bedrooms, probably for like visiting staff of the rich people. You know, when they had visiting people, not only would the lords and ladies have to have a room, but so would their chauffeur and their handmaidens and all that other fun stuff. So that's what these look like.
Oh yeah, I've stayed in one of these before.
Yeah,
they take you as an entourage, and you get to do your job, and then you get to stay in a nice little room.
Oh, was like luggage.
Yeah, kind of.
So, Amran, that you try that handle, and it's locked, but it's very like a loose lock. Yeah, you can tell that This is just somebody that wanted a little bit of privacy. It's not like a fancy.
Wizard claws.
Back up. What was
Come-
it?
Good.
Give this a magical sniff, would you?
Oh, yes, I'd be delighted.
Make some biscuits on the door handle there.
Oh, that would be cute.
He sniffs the door.
Anything
100%
magical?
non-magical, yes.
It's non-magical.
We promise.
Yeah, it is absolutely non-magical.
Well, yeah. Well, now you know for sure.
See? I
I'll
told
just tell you
you.
because. Oh, you haven't kicked it yet. Oh, I thought you did.
I have not kicked it. I've learned.
I played my hand.
So now I will throw my shoulder into it.
Yeah, you just throw your shoulder into it. It's really easy. It's a child's bedroom door, not meant for security. But this door leads to another cozy bedroom, well furnished and decorated. There is a brass canopy bed in the corner of the room with delicate lace flowing around the posts. Pictures hang on each wall, all showing a very strikingly beautiful girl with auburn hair and extravagant dresses in every one of them. A large wardrobe sits against the wall, with multiple full-length mirrors at various positions and angles. A row of shelves near the door contains a direction of dry corsages and fine glass tiaras, all covered with a thin layer of dust. A metal sign hangs above the shelves, brass wire twisted and formed into a stylized version of the name Liliana. A desk underneath a large window on the south wall is clear, except for an inkwell, few calligraphy quills, and a simple candlestick. On the floor next to the desk is a stack of books, pages creased and cover worn from use. Hanging from the corner of the wardrobe is a clean apron.
An apron?
An apron. You can tell that the apron seems like it's seen more use than most of these things around here, at least more recently. Do a perception check here.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start at the desk since we had found notes in the last room.
Yeah, we're looking for notes, so that makes sense.
Yeah, so you know now what you're looking for, and with those perception checks,
2017 and 21.
yeah,
If that's not enough, I quit.
Yeah.
you are definitely.
These notes don't want to be found.
This little girl's hiding some crazy secrets.
So these, I don't have a voice of these people because I don't know. Your father told Uncle Jaffic about your new job with Lord Greystock when he came over to your visit the other day. Jaffe seemed pretty excited for you. He's planning to come down to visit. He does like the finer things, but he usually doesn't cause much of a ruckus, and he'll be out of your hair before you know it. Love, Ma and Da.
Uncle Jaffe.
Yeah, what's a Jaffe?
Never heard that name before.
Zizal and Umran, why don't you give me a... I don't know, what check do you think would be to see if you recognize that name?
Memory.
Intelligence? History?
Intelligence? Whatever you think is most
Insight.
relevant.
Let me look at my biggest one.
Well, I
Acrobatics.
choose acrobatics.
No, whatever you think.
Mental acrobatics.
Flip and remember.
All right.
Insight.
Um,
I'm going to do insight. That seems.
Insight. Yeah, that
Did
seems
I click
reasonable.
it? Did I click it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got
because
it.
you can tell that there's something in here that they're kind of like, some of the words you kind of like. There's meaning in between the lines of that letter.
I know some of these words.
Yeah, and you recognize the name Jaffic. Jaffic's kind of a small time criminal in Harborton,
Mm.
and you don't know. Uncle Jaffic is kind of like a familiarization term. You don't think it's actually her uncle.
Mm.
And you see one more letter. Seems to be from her brother. I'm going to give him a little British boy's voice, see if this works. Daddy, how's life in the fancy house? Don't get too soft on me now. Sleeping in those soft beds can give you back problems, I heard. That's why I like a nice dirt floor. Plus, I may get a midnight snack of a bug or two without even knowing it. Thinking of snacks, next time you come back to visit, make sure you bring me one of those cakes with the fruit in it. Love your brother, Sturks.
Dirk's or Elmo?
Bullshit.
I love that voice.
Oh, man, yes.
That
Bring that
is
back,
the
Sturks.
best. Bring me one of the,
I've
with
hit
the
puberty.
fruits in it. That was one of the best performances I've ever seen or heard.
Sorry.
Don't
I
apologize.
thought
No, it's
that you
amazing.
guys would-
That was great.
My idea was that because they're not in their voice, you're reading them, that you would take turns reading them in your voices.
Nope.
And
Nope.
so I did not have any voices planned for any of these because you don't have voices
fuck
in
me.
a letter.
That's what happens when you make assumptions.
Yeah, and I know now
Yeah.
what these people sound like. So when we walk down the street and I hear a Pinocchio sound, a motherfucker, I'm be like, "You Starks?"
Starks, we found
Listen.
you.
So I need you to repeat this. Say, bring me one of them cakes with the fruits in it.
You little bug eating motherfucker.
So you recognize
Perturbed.
Gertie. Yeah. So Gertie
Dirty and
was.
Sturks. At it again.
She was the cook. She's on a list. She's the one that that Allie complained that she's always grumbling and complaining.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she's the chef. So it seems like he gave her this. He let her use this room. That seemed to be. If you haven't guessed by the doors and the other stuff, that's not Gertie with the other stuff. This is one of Lord Greystock's daughter's old rooms.
Mm.
I was trying to make that evident, but apparently it wasn't. That like it's Liliana is like
I got that.
There's a hanging, there's a hanging name that says Liliana, which is not, and the other one had a name plate on it for Tristle, and that's not the name of Greystock of Grandin's daughter. Her name is.
I thought Tristle was the horse's name.
No, Tristle is a girl's name, and this girl's name is Liliana. It's a girl's room.
I knew that.
Let them stay. Yeah.
I can tell by the Babysitter Club books.
Oh yeah. And American Girl dolls. Actually, not AON Girl dolls.
AON dolls.
AON girls.
Trembledore.
AON girls. Tremblemore girls. I guess would be more appropriate.
It's a working title. They're figuring it out. We looked at these.
Yeah.
More servant doors. Here's another.
Yeah. Yeah. When you open that up, you see that this
Any
is...
little British boys in here?
No, you wish. It is a nursery that is just very dusty. It hasn't been used in years. So you can imagine this was the nursery for his daughters that before they were old enough to get their own room. But yeah, it's just, there's no reason to, they needed the nursery, haven't needed it, but they have enough rooms that they did need to redecorate. So just kept it as a nursery.
I don't think he'd hide the key in the nursery.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Nope. Look at this. So you go to this door. So this door, you walk in.
Holy shit.
And this is, you enter an enormous bedroom, taking up the entire corner of the manor. The furniture is lavish, but cheerful and comfortable looking. A thick layer of dust covers everything. Glass door exits on the room onto the balcony. There is a sitting area next to the door with a sofa and a few armchairs, all in a colorful fabric. A large desk is positioned against the south wall. A large bed with a simple, colorful quilt is stationed in the middle of the east wall. You see a cast iron wash tub in the corner of the room. A large wardrobe and dresser standing against the wash tub. 2 pictures hang in the room, both of teenage girls.
Gross.
One girl is strikingly beautiful with auburn hair, her face in an elegant, if not self-superior pose. The other girl could not be more different. She is raven-haired and plain, not unattractive. Her mouth is curled up in a goofy smile, white teeth poking through thin lips. A small bell hangs by the door. A giant picture hangs on the wall. So those, where you're looking on that south wall, it is of an elegant older woman. And underneath it, you see Lady Bailey Greystock.
Oh, holy shit.
Oh, you found it.
I found it. I was the first to know.
Sense.
This is obviously not the Bailey we're looking for. It's just
the bear. You're the bear.
It says it. It's
funny story. He named his wife after the bear, not vice versa.
Oh, weird.
You get to name your wife?
Sometimes if you're rich enough.
That's canon. In
all right, I'm putting that in.
Where's he from? What culture is that? Where you name your wife?
Look,
I'm not sure I'm comfortable with this highly patriarchal society.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Damn,
you have to understand, people come from all sorts of places. Wizard Claws,
and
who knows the reason for his tradition?
Yeah, a lot of those places don't give women equal rights. A
little girl named me. So this all tracks.
Yes.
To be fair, a dwarf named me, so this is actually shaping up.
Yeah, I don't actually remember. I think I was named after a commercial with an owl.
Yes, isn't that Azazel? Isn't that some sort of reagent or some sort of healing ointment?
Yeah, I think I don't actually know. I think it has to do with allergies, though. But yeah.
It does, I believe.
Yeah, I don't watch that.
I'd like to investigate or something this picture of named Bailey. Can I poke at it with my quarterstaff?
Yes, you can.
Step back.
You're poking at this
I
picture with
want
your
to
quarterstaff?
poke at the nameplate. Like, is it loose or something?
No, it's part of the frame, and so like it's a framed picture where like there's a wooden and metal nameplate underneath it, just to like fancy pictures sometimes do.
Just in case the people in here forgot
who it is.
Well, surely they don't expect us to carve out the eyes of this painting, right?
No, look behind it, dude.
Look, why don't you give me an investigation check?
What if we look where her eyes are looking? It's a little watchful eye.
Yeah.
With Lord Wizard Claws, you follow her eyes, and it leads you to the side of the desk over against the west wall.
Good, because I rolled a 19.
Yeah.
I can't read which one investigation is. There we go.
Starts with an I and an N.
I know, but there's a bunch of eyes right in a row. I look behind the picture. It's always behind it.
So you guys are taking off the picture and looking behind it while Lord Wizard Claws goes over and he sees there's like a little secret compartment hidden on the side of the dresser.
He hops up onto the dresser and pats and starts clawing at it with his little paw.
Yeah, as soon as you touch it, it's like almost spring-loaded that it just pops out.
Don't scratch the furniture, cat.
Yeah, so, I mean, behind this picture is just a wall. Umrin, punch a hole through it.
Yes,
the last time that hurt my foot.
Yeah, there's obviously a secret compartment.
Well, you're gonna have to hold
magical tingles from behind it.
You're gonna have to hold this painting. I hand the whole giant painting to the tiny goblin.
I fall down because it's too big.
It is big. It's like 5 foot by 4 foot.
I'm not even that big.
Paintings are heavy as shit too.
Yeah, with like metal framed. Yeah. So you guys are messing around with
that.
Lord Wizard
Does the
Claws,
thing make a noise or anything?
Does what make a noise?
He popped open a secret compartment.
No, it's just like.
Am I oblivious to this?
Yeah, it's like a spring, like like when you push on something and it pops out like 2 inches, and there's a little key there.
All right, so I'm gonna climb up like on to what if there was something in front. I can't remember if there's something in front of the painting, so I can kind of like tap on the wall and see.
Yeah, you
if
slide over that
hollow or anything.
Yeah, there's a dresser over there, and you like slide it over, just.
I feel like we're making good progress.
The dresser, and you start tapping on the wall around. You don't hear anything, of course.
Yeah, that's what they want you.
Shit, so you're just not. You're still not convinced though that it's not there, because you think that you're just missing.
It doesn't seem accessible. There's no compartment or way to put a key in or out up here, Zeisel.
Yeah, I mean, he's a wizard, though. It might be beyond our comprehension. Is there like a fourth dimension in there?
I don't know. That's for the cat. Cat?
Try saying some magical words.
I don't know any. You'll have to take the lead in magical endeavors here.
No, I know magical words, but they just hurt people's brains.
Yeah, I'm going to scoop him up and hold him.
Oh, does he like that? Or does he not?
Long cat style towards the wall. You
have to roll an animal handling check.
Yeah, give him a literal handling of animals check.
20.
Holy shit! You're so good at picking cats up.
I use my extra wisdom.
You're so nimble. I hate it.
I've picked up. You know how many dwarven children I've had to pick up in my time.
What did you do before that?
Scattering around. I lived with some dwarves for a while. You have to help out around the village.
You just picked dwarves up by the scruff.
They're way more squiggly than a feline. Do you smell anything, cat, on the wall here?
No, I found the key. It's over there. I was just having a good bit of fun.
Oh, you found the key?
Oh, I see. Umrin smirks and then keeps holding the cat with his little legs kicking. And takes him back over to put him on the table again, or the desk.
It's in this little compartment here.
Oh, how nice. Can you pull it out of there?
Nope, I have no thumbs. You'll have to get it.
You have mage hand?
Yeah, I was about to say you have mage paw.
Mage paw.
But also,
it's not even a hand?
Yeah, well, you don't have opposable thumbs either.
He's not used it. I imagine it being like an anthropomorphic Garfield hand, like kind of.
So it does have a thumb?
But he hasn't used it yet, so you guys don't actually know that it's.
I thought you were using it the whole time to to do things and manipulate.
He's batting that shit.
No, he's been trying to get. Yeah, he prefers to get other people to do things for him.
That's a
I've noticed.
yeah. I've seen it indeed.
Okay, so I'll scoop the key out of
Thank goodness it wasn't
my
trapped.
grimace and
Oh, yeah.
it's probably going to shock me.
Snaps a
Successfully
little bear trap.
grabbed the
Gets
key.
one
No,
finger.
that was hidden for Lord Greystock by Albert the butler. So it was not designed for anybody else. So it,
There's no
it's
AO
there's no
and finger
traps or
trap in
anything.
there.
No, he doesn't.
Stuck all of a sudden.
They don't want you to accidentally kill Lord Greystock
Good
now.
call.
I mean, too late. But
Whose room is this?
Ha, well, I think you found it, Wood.
Is this Greystock's room?
Claus.
so this is Greystock's wife's room, based on the furniture and her picture.
You keep a picture of yourself in your own room?
Oh, rich people
Yeah.
do. I could
Damn.
imagine
Yeah,
that.
haven't you?
This
Yeah, that's
is a
one of the
wonderful
things.
idea. Yes, I will commission a portrait.
Oh, that would be so fun. Let's get that at the end.
Yes.
Like a family photo one. Like the one in that little girl's room, but just us.
Yes, to celebrate our mission together.
I would enjoy that, actually.
It's,
You put in your tiny
so far, I've
apartment,
hurt my
Zazzle.
foot
It
quite
would take,
badly.
I mean, depending on the size, it could take up the whole room, the whole wall. But you know what? I don't know. It might get ruined. I live with a bunch of degenerates.
Should we try this?
Pictures
key?
of his daughters too in here. She did. She had pictures of the daughters. They weren't just not as big. You know, they're just more like normal friend pictures.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
We call
I
that
don't
the
know.
pecking order in the cat hierarchy.
You know,
Well, shall we check the other rooms or
So wait a
head back
minute,
and
just,
see if this is the
um,
key to the laboratory? You think?
I mean, I think it is. It's the key to something.
The key to something.
based on the clues that you had, that it said the key to the laboratory was hidden under the watchful
Under the watch
gaze
eye
of
there.
Bailey.
Feed it to us, Bill.
If there's another Bailey and another key,
I'm saying that yes,
This
it's
is the
like
key
based on
we're
all the
looking for.
clues. You were told that the key to the laboratory
Yes.
would be under the watchful eye of Bailey, and this key was found under the watchful eye of Bailey. So I'm not
I've-
going to tell you whether or not it's the
I've
laboratory key,
noticed
but
that.
you decide.
it's
I
a
think
good
it
thing
is.
Bailey was cross-eyed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look on the other side. What if it's?
Two keys.
Is she looking at that mirror too? What's in? Where? How does it reflect? I'm gonna rip apart this couch.
Yeah, so Bailey Greystock has like a striking resemblance to Miss Langdon from 6th grade.
Want to pull out a Milford High School year.
Holy shit! Oh, don't give the internet the actual school district too.
Bleep
Oh
that.
no!
Bleep that later.
We're gonna get dogged.
And we're live. We're live on Twitch.
I mean, I don't think it was a secret that she had a
Holy
lazy
shit!
eye.
That's
I
funny.
don't know what teacher you're talking about.
I don't either.
Great, she was
I
in-
don't.
she
I
was
don't
in
remember my
Maine.
college professors' names.
Yeah, I did not have that teacher. I don't think.
Billy's
Okay,
memory
yeah.
is a steel trap. I
Shit,
did have Miss
so we-
Langdon.
Oh yeah, this is why he's a good DM.
I think for history, which is that what she taught?
Yeah,
Bill?
I think that's what she taught. Yeah, she taught history and social studies. I think. Yeah,
I think I had a lady for that, but I don't remember her name.
if she didn't have a googly eye, then it wasn't Miss Langdon.
I sat in the back a lot.
Yeah, it's hard to see that. Oh god! All right,
She
let's
had
try
red
this
hair.
key. You
All
want
right,
to-
wait a minute.
Do you
Is
agree
this
we
a-
should try the key, Lord
Are we-
Wizard Claus?
Yeah, let's go do it. Let's get this. I want to look at more of these rooms because I feel like there's cool stuff. But
We
We gotta
can.
get this
We'll look
plot.
at the- Trifle through more little girls' drawers.
well, I feel like we're running out of little girls, and we're gonna get into more interesting shit.
Are you guys going around?
Well, yeah,
You know that this connects, so you see that this is the same hallway.
This
If
is
you
I
go
can
north, you'll
see.
run
I can
back.
see the stairs
Yeah.
up there.
this is like herding cats.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Circuitous.
So there are two doors to your right now.
Kick 'em
You can pass them
open.
up, or you can. You
Wait,
want to?
wait, wait,
Okay,
wait.
yes. I mean,
I'll
I'll,
open them as you go
open.
back, or do you want to? It's
Sure.
up to you.
yeah.
I
so
don't know.
We'll open them. I thought we were going back.
So
This
you
cat
enter a
keeps
large
wandering down the
bedroom.
hall.
The decor looks more like a fine hotel than a residence. A large bed, half covered in throw pillows, sits on the side of the room. A glass door exits out to the balcony. An armchair is angled in the corner of the room, set directly under a large window. So this looks like a lord or lady's room. It just doesn't look lived in. It's like they like this is reserved for visiting people of higher stature. So you kind of had like the 3 levels of guest rooms. You had on the north side, you had the guest rooms that were kind of like for visiting business associates or people like that aren't of high stature. You had the lower quarter ones for like visiting servants and work people, and then these guest rooms, and the one to the north looks exactly the same. They're definitely for like if another high-ranking person would visit, this is the room that they would save for them.
Yeah, rich people need a lot of empty space.
Yeah,
it makes them feel safe.
Yeah, if you had like, let's say like the Duke's cousin came to visit, you couldn't put him in one of those smaller rooms.
No,
and if the Duke himself visited, this is where Lord Greystock would sleep, and he would give him his room.
Yeah, because Dukes need even more space.
They need the biggest room. It is giving them
space. The Duke of Duke?
Kick-ass Duke.
Dukeshire?
Dukeman.
Yeah. So
it brings my attention that these manses have been built in the same way Harberton has, keeping the lower at the bottom and the wealthy up top.
Yeah, I think you're figuring it out.
It's like a theme.
It's a theme. A motif.
So if you open up this door, it's not locked.
This must be the cat's room.
So you enter an enormous bedroom, taking up the entire corner of the manor. All the furniture inside looks lavish and free of wear. A thick layer of dust covers everything. Just the act of entering has kicked large dust motes into the air, lighted by rays of sunlight cascading through the large windows.
Oh, cinematic.
A glass door exits the room onto the glass balcony. There is a sitting area next to the large windows with a sofa and a few armchairs, not decorated. Actually, just the armchair. Yeah.
Yes, clearly this is where the cat of the house would live.
Yeah, you see a large portrait of Lord Greystock in a plain gray suit hangs on the wall, next to an equal-sized portrait of Lady Greystock that you see now, with her with the 2 kids. There's not a picture of all 4 of them together, which is very strange.
That is weird.
The 3, the wife and the kids, and then a separate picture of Lord Greystock, as in if he was probably too busy to pose for a photo altogether.
No, it's a flex, because these things cost money. So, like, if you get everybody in one, you just pay for one. But if you get everybody in 2, everybody knows, like, oh, he's got money for 2. That's pretty good.
You see a very well used desk on the south. That this one with bookshelves to either side of it, right here, and you can see that it is a very fancy but well worn, like it has been used.
A wizard's desk. What secrets does it hold?
Mhm.
Can I look inside of it?
Yeah, everybody can.
I'm going to step
eyes.
back.
Yeah, I don't know what this wizard's.
Just cross my arms and watch the cat as he
Give me
pops up there.
Well, you didn't do very good perception. Is that anybody else? You
Yeah,
can't
I'm gonna
seem to
look.
even figure out how to open up the door.
Shit.
Neither can Size.
Out of the way.
Okay, you come over and you
We're
see
just
that
knocking shit off the top of it.
Yeah, like it's just a simple latch on the side that opens up the drawer, and you open it up and you just see it's kind of a mess in there. He's a very cluttered-brained person, but right on the top you see just a bunch of different letters, and they're all right on top of this sliding out drawer. And I'm going to share them all with
pull
you.
the
You want me to do it
drawer.
one at a time or all at once?
Oh,
No preference.
Okay, so I'll do it one at a time.
I don't know. It's going to go all at once.
So
So
okay, we'll just-
I do have a preference.
because
That
I
turns
have
out.
to read them, so we'll just read them one at a time. So you see one, it's from his daughter Triss. Father, I know that Mother's death hurts. It has hurt all of us, but you need to move on. Liliana and I are both worried about you. All Mother would want for you is be happy. I know she is now. I got to one by one
That's
give all of
grim.
these. Yeah.
Mother's happy or dead.
Yeah, people like to tell themselves weird little lies.
Dorji, I've turned down a position as assistant professor of astral projections from the Cerulean Tower, as I cannot imagine leaving your tutelage. I would gladly spend the rest of my life plane shifting with you. Please remember that even if we never find your wife's spirit, there are people here who still deeply care about you.
I
Love.
knew it.
Shell.
This letter sounds real thirsty.
He's
Thirsty. Isn't it? She needs an exorbitant amount of water.
Well, something.
Yeah, a letter that seems to be unaddressed. It says, Honorable Lord Greystock, we regret to inform you that Pierre Formand and his wife have both died from crimson fever. His will requested for you, his former employer, to take Remy under your charge as they have no living kin. If you are unable, the Riverside Orphanage would request a one-time donation of gold to assist in covering costs. All Formand assets have been sold, but there would remain a balance of 47 out of the original 100 gold. Thank you. So you remember Remy
was the stable boy.
He was the stable boy. Another letter from Triss. Let me see if I can do it all at a time. And I forget Triss's voice already. Father, is it true what they say, that you can't find her? She's lost forever? I had to change the name of that god, I forgot. By other god, Rochelle cared about you, even loved you. You get her back, go get her back, and we will all have a nice meal together at the manor like old times. Burgess has been asking about you. He would love to see his grandfather again. Signed, Trissel Imperio.
I have the Pantheon pulled up on our World Anvil. I think it's Luminous.
Luminous, yes. By Luminous, Rochelle cared for you. Yes. Very good. Thank you.
I'm going to need a little clarification on... I'm assuming... Who's reading these? What the hell is happening here?
We have to piece it together. They're clues.
I'm trying. All right. Are there more stuff? Hang on. Is there more stuff?
Okay, let's read it and then give me an investigation check. And
did we read all of them?
No, there's two more left.
There's
another one from his daughter Liliana.
Let's do that.
Lord Dorgan Greystock, Alistair Farrell, governor of the Pine Marshes, has informed me of your expulsion from the university. I humbly request that you cease all communication with me and my children, lest you tarnish the good name of House Farrell. Sincerely, Lady Liliana Farrell. Dorgan, the House Clayton wishes to offer our sincerest condolences for the loss of Lady Bailey. She was a beacon of light in a dim world, to be sure. Right now, I need more of you, not less. The White Cliff Trading Company has lowered our market share by undercutting all of our routes. And you said we were still years away from commerce through portal travel. I am hoping that you are amiable to putting your work at the university on hold while we work this out. Our families have been partners for generations, but I've received some intriguing offers from the Blackbriar Collective. I have to think about our family's future, you understand. Willem Clayton.
The Blackbriars. That name rings a bell.
Why don't you all roll me an investigation check?
Don't they make mead?
Maybe in a different realm.
That all the good names are taken.
Yeah, I know. We got Poplars up in here. What am I rolling? Investigation?
Yeah.
Let's investigate this mystery.
All right. So Lord Wizard Claus.
I don't know shit.
Yeah, you immediately understand and you put all these together. And based on the clues that you got from here, and then the clues that a Celeste Holstrom back in the university gave you, is that, and I'll put it kind of in an order, that Dorgan Greystock was a researcher, but also he owned a part of a trading company, and he was interested in using portal travel to kind of shorten some of the routes. That if you could trade through portals or have your caravan go through portals, and make a week-long journey only one day, you get that edge on trade. But while he was doing this, his wife died, and he suddenly was overcome with this desire to find his wife's spirit, and using his planar travel abilities to find the plane where his wife's spirit resides. You haven't really heard anything about a spirit or a plane where spirits are. Like, that's not a common belief. Mm-hmm. He was obsessed with it. He in the university, he used his research and funding to try to find this plane. His assistant, Shell, went with him, and she was all for him. She, was basically in love with him.
I knew it.
And somehow during during one of his research trips, she was lost in portal travel. So she's in another plane somewhere. Don't know if she's alive or dead. But because of this, they immediately fired him from the university, and then he came back here. You don't know if he continued his research or not, but you can tell that like his daughters that were adult at this point, they kind of took this differently. Liliana was a little bit more the fancier one. She was like the prom queen. She had all the pretty pictures. She and her husband tried to distance him from it all possible just to clear her name. But the daughter that was kind of the homely one that loved horses, she's still trying to pull his, at the time, she was trying to pull him through and convince him to go after Shell and just, stop worrying about his mom or his wife, her mom, because, she's dead, but she's hopefully in some sort of heaven-like realm where she's happy. Meanwhile, Shell, maybe we don't know what's happening to Shell, so she should be the number one priority now. And that is kind of what you know of his mind state as of now.
So Lord Wizardclaws will relay that to Umran and Zeisel. But we still don't know if where his current daughters are. His assistant is. She could be lost in some plane for all we know.
Yeah. It seemed like the daughters grew up and moved away before the attack happened, right? They were sending letters from a different place. So maybe they're alive.
Yeah, all these letters came before the attack. After the attack happened,
all that mail's just laying outside.
Yeah.
Yes, it would appear so.
Okay.
They were adult daughters. So you want to go to the laboratory now?
Yes.
There's one thing.
Yeah, sorry.
Are there any other notes in here that would maybe give more insight of Greystock's mind or what exactly he was searching? Or perhaps that would be found in the library.
You don't see anything in here. This is more just communications. You don't see any of his notes or anything. Those books are all... he doesn't do a lot of research at this. This is more of just his personal communications, but nothing to do with his current research is in here.
Yes, keep magical experiments safely in the laboratory.
Correct.
Umran, Zeisel, shall we go probe the laboratory?
Well, let's go to the laboratory.
Let's all go to the laboratory.
And do some scientific experiments.
Oh, wait, stand back. Who's got Umran? Unlock the door.
Yes, wait. Now go.
All right. So you you type it, put the key into the lock, you turn the key, you hear it unlock, you push on the door, and the door opens with like a sound, like it's unsealing, not just opening. And as you walk into a horrific scene.
Good Lord.
Umran, what did you do?
The first thing you notice as you walk into the room is the distinct smell of sulfur, followed quickly by half a dozen or so bodies scattered around the room, limbs strewn about and bones shattered. A skeleton in chainmail armor lies in a heap, a large gash torn in the chainmail as if it were burlap. A large summoning circle is inscribed in the center of the room. The room is gloomy, with bed sheet linens hung over the large windows to keep out much of the light. A small bell hangs by the door. A large and slightly scarred desk sits against the north wall, the top scattered with loose papers and covered in scribbles and gibberish. A candle sits upon the corner, next to a small pile of ash and burnt paper pieces. A large drawing representing the orientation of the planes is hastily nailed to the wall. Two large chests of drawers sit against the west wall. Precious stones of various colors and hues are organized on top of the piles. Cracked and broken sticks of white chalk are scattered around the room. You smell this room, and it's been sealed by magic, so much of the decay is still, even though it was years ago, it's still very recent in this room, that these bodies are still in the middle of decay, and it is a gory scene indeed.
Based on the the smell of sulfur, the summoning circle, the bodies, could Lord Wizardclaws deduce maybe what they were trying to summon?
Correct, yeah. Why don't you give me an Arcana check?
Okay, 13 for Arcana.
All right, so you can tell that this summoning circle is it's kind of a base summoning circle that a lot of the key elements are left blank for him to like change as he needs. You don't recognize the current setup. You don't recognize what plane, or you don't know if you're just not familiar with these glyphs, or you just can't tell where this.
Okay. Could I cross-reference with the journal on planar, the tome on planar circle, or the planes that I found earlier?
Yeah, it'll take you a little bit of time, so we can do that in a bit. I'm just going to show you one more thing.
Yep.
So this is that. So you've seen all the planar map. So this is the new planar map that is hanging on the wall. Quite a bit different than the one you see. The ones that are roughly drawn are obviously that's not my MS Paint skill. They were drawn by him. So you have the standard array that you've seen your whole life, with 4 other realms drawn with in colored ink that you can tell that he thinks that there are more realms out there.
This is clearly incorrect. There's no cat realm.
And you, as you're in here, this activity that you feel is just like this evil, this darkness has like just stayed in this room. It's been sealed in since this has happened. And as you are walking around, you can kind of see some of this hatred and anger that permeates this room kind of coalesces, and a creature suddenly forms out of one of the dead bodies. You can see that dead body was the finest armored and the finest weapons of anybody in those dead bodies was held by this creature. And he coalesces with a red mist, and his body rises to meet you, and you just see rage and hatred in his eyes. And we will see you hopefully next week.
Dun dun dun.
Scene.
I don't think this ghost is going to be quite as friendly as the one we met before.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's going to be able to be talked out of trying to bash his skull in.
That's it for this week's episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already, and head over to +1togaming.com for more live discussions, actual plays, character creation tips, and more. You can also join us live every Sunday on Twitch at twitch.tv/+1togaming. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.